Okay, we're going to do this one on how to get things set out. Let me get some volume on this thing. And thank you, Donovan. I stole your house plan. We're getting ready to take, and we've done your house now in Revit, which is a great program. Thing is, with Revit, it is not really friendly for what we need to do when it comes to model making. So we need to do a few things. Now, the first thing, look at your house. Make sure it's the way you want it. See these little icons? These are what produce those elevations over here. Now, if you have a regular rectangle or a square, that's good. But if you've got something where, see the arrow facing this way, they're going to get this information here, and they'll get this little piece hanging out here, but they won't get this information. This arrow over here will get all of this, but it will not get this. So we got to do something really quick on that. Now, if you don't have that problem, you can skip this. It's not a big deal. So what we do here is we come over to, where's our view? And do you see where it says elevation? We're going to click on this. And we're going to come in here and we're going to place one elevation. Whoops, let's get it close. This direction. And we're going to face one elevation this direction. Right click and cancel. Now check it out. It's given us these two extra elevations over here. So if we looked at them, there's that little section of the elevation. And you know what? If it's not long enough, all we have to do is we can then go ahead and pull this out further if we want, so we can see the full wall. Now if I keep going, it's kind of funny. You see the inside of your house. I'd rather you have too much than not enough, but this is the edge of your, that'll be the front part of the wall. So that one's good there. Let's go to elevation 2A. Same thing here. We're going to pull this one out just a little so we can actually see it. There we go. We want to do that because when we're getting in there to make our model, we need to know all of our areas. So let me go back to the floor plan and just one more time. If you have something a little crazy, you see this, okay, where you've got something inside, there's no way that he'll be able to see this wall with this window on it. So that's why we added these things. And see this little box that comes with, this tells it how far we needed to go back. So we need to find that line there. So you have to be a little careful. So if you need to do that, let's go for it and do it. Okay? Now, we need to set a few things up. First thing I want to do is come up to your 3D view, looking like this. Now, we don't need your whole house in the 3D view, but we're definitely going to need this roof in the 3D view because we're going to have to take that and pull that out. So the next step I want you to do is under your 3D roof here, I want you to come to Visibility, Graphics, and click on Edit. Now, since the roof is the only thing we want, please click here where it says All and scroll all the way down till you find Roofs. Okay? So what we're going to do first is we're going to click on any of these ones here. We can even do the roof and turn everything off. Okay? Then actually pick the roof and just turn the roof on. So instead of you going clicking one by one, we did all, turn them all off, and then we turn on the roof, tell it apply, and okay. That's what we want to see. Now, while we're talking about the roofs, I told you in the previous video, when you put your roof on, if you had to change your slope here, this is where you're doing it. You're not grabbing these individually. If you grabbed and changed these, you may as well go erase it and start over because we're not going to deal with it. It's just a hot mess. All right, so we've got that. Now, the next thing we're going to have to do is let's look at level 1. That's our floor plan. We're good here. You don't have a level 2, so that's not a big deal. Your area plan, your gross building, this should be where I have all your dimensions and stuff. This one's important too. Now let's look at east, and we're going to go through each of your elevations. Once again, with each of your elevations, you're going to go to Edit. You're going to slide down, and now you're going to turn the roof off of this one. Just click on Roof, Apply, OK. That's what we're wanting to see. Let's go to elevation 1A and get that. And let's go to Edit. I really wish they'd all come off at once, but each one of these are considered a separate drawing. So let's turn off the roof here and apply. Okay. Let's go to the next one. And yeah, you have to do this for each and every one of them. It takes a little time, but I'm going to do this so you can see it all. Okay, now we'll go to roof here, apply, okay, and work your way down, please. Okay, just one or two more and we'll be set. Okay, so there's the roof there. One more over here. And then this one here. Okay, now we've got everything we pretty much want done. Now I will come back really quick and talk to you again about level 1. You see we added this one here and we added this one here. I know there's one or two of you that have some kind of a bay window where it's on a different angle. You also need to put one in that's going to be running perpendicular to your slanted walls. So if you are having trouble with that, please let me know and I will come and show you. But you're going to do the same thing. You're going to make sure it lines up. So if you are one of those people with that bay window that's sticking out with the angles, you need to have it go to the 45, just as we would have it set up if it was an auxiliary. Okay, so once you get all that done, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come up to your application menu where it's Revit, and you are going to export. When you export, you're going to export to CAD formats, and you're going to go to DWG. Okay, now you're going to get this box, and this is really helpful. All right, it's going to be the in-session export setup, which is fine. We're not going to just do current view. We're going to do in-session views and sheet sets. Now, show and list. We're going to hold this down. We're going to go all views and sheets in model. Okay? Now, this is going to give you quite a list of things. Okay? What you're going to need is your 3D. You want that because that's going to be your roof that you're going to use. You want your area plan, the gross building, because that has your dimensions on it. You're going to want every elevation that you have. So if you just have a rectangle or a square, you're only going to have 4. But if you've got something bent like he does, you definitely need all your elevations. Of course, you need your floor plan level 1. And for you people doing the 2-story, you're going to need your level 2. We don't need on this. Of course, we don't need reflected levels or the site plan. But those are the drawings we actually are going to need. Okay? So now when you get that done and you've checked it off, go to next. Now, this is where it's going to be asking you where you want to save this. You guys, please, please, please save this on your server. You know what? I'm going to take mine and put it for right now on my desktop, and it's going to be pretty much a mess. I think I'm going to go ahead and let me see what's under test. I'm going to click under where it says test for me. That way I'll know where it is because I don't want all these files, and I'm going to tell it okay. All right, so it's coming through and it's going to give you all these files. So you say OK, and now they should export all out to you. It's going to take a few minutes. Check out how much it's saving. You're getting like several drawings saved off now. Okay, that's pretty much it. So let me find if I can do this really quick here. Let me see if I can find where I put it. Under test. Yeah, I've got a full desktop, don't I? Mine is under test somewhere here. I will find this for you and I'll open it up and show you all the different things. Here we go. Look at all of the files that exported out. Okay? Crazy amount of files. So that's what we want to do. That is your first step. So I'm going to end the video now so that you get a little better idea and you get a little break. Okay? So I'll do the next one in a second.